Alright guys, what's going on? I've already tried to film this video 3 times now. The first one, what I tried to do did not work out whatsoever. The second time, my mic died and I recorded about 5 minutes and wasted a bunch of time. So I'm not going to go with the plan from now on, at least for this video, and we'll see what we get done. Alright, so I did a thing off camera. I took off the intake. Stock RB25 intakes, they come underneath and they wrap around the top and go over the coil packs. And I had a bitch of a time. Thank God I did this off camera because it literally took me over a day to do it because I didn't really know what I was doing. And this still had the factory brackets on it from some Prestone lines and everything. So when you start taking this off, you want to come around on this side of the throttle body. From the back of the throttle body, there's four 10 mil bolts that you're gonna take off on the top 2 and underneath the throttle body. And then after that, across the top here, there's I think 7 bolts. There's 5 bolts that go through and 2 studs on each end. I'm pointing my finger as if there's an intake here showing you. And then once you get those ones off, you gotta come underneath by the front. There's 3 more bolts you gotta get off. It's actually these 3 bolts right here you gotta get off from the underneath just to take the top half of the intake off. It's in the room right now. From there, I pulled my fuel rail and my injectors and they sat right there. I'm sending my injectors out somewhere to get cleaned and flow tested. Hopefully find a place local that does that. If not, I gotta drive super far out. And then after that's where I had my problem is on this piece that sits like this. You have a bunch of Prestone lines for your intake heating, my throttle bottle cooling. Here on an RB25 there's a bunch of connectors that you gotta get off in this area. You gotta get off all this fuel and cooling system, which is a pain. I moved my harness out of the way, just threw it over there. And then after you have these 3 water lines to get off, which I did not know. And they were not the easiest because mine were a little dried out. One of the clips were bad and bent on me, so I had to break it off, which is a pain in itself. And then one sneaky part right here, which sits on this bracket right here. And then after that, you should be able to pull it off. I probably forgot a little thing, but that was the majority, that was the biggest pain, I should say. So now that I got the intake off, it was much bigger of a pain than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna install my shifter bushing, which I'm gonna show you exactly why. And it's a plug in there, even though it's not sponsored. A Mishimoto. What the fuck is it? Fuck off, don't. And I'm gonna install a Mishimoto thermostat really quick. It opens up a little bit cooler than the stock, so get to it. If you're wondering at all why you would change the shifter bushing, this is a stock factory rubber one, and this is sort of why you want to change it. Having trouble keeping the camera steady, but you see how much it moves. So I'm gonna take the bolts out really quick, put the spacers on, and we'll be back in a second. Old bushing. A nice new aluminum one. Alright, so you can see got the nice new bushing in, and you can see there is absolutely zero play in that. Now, I had a pain to get them off because this bolt would come off, but this bolt stayed, so I had to play around. I had to get this, I loosened up this bolt and got this in the sleeve a little bit, so I was able to just pop out the other bushing, slide that one in. I put thread locker on them. Instead of tightening them down like a maniac, I just put them very snug, I'm gonna say, with thread locker, and should be good to go. So again, while I didn't take off, I'm gonna go right here and change my thermostat. Alright, so here's the old thermostat to be replaced with Mishimoto Rubik's Cube, I guess. So yeah, let's open this up and get her in. So looks just like the old one, except right there it says Mishimoto 68 Celsius. So it opens up at 68 compared to the factory that, if I'm not mistaken, opens up at 82 Celsius, it says. So again, trying to make everything stay as cool as possible in this car. I'm gonna throw this bad boy in now. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. It's probably pretty short. I'm trying to somewhat stay on schedule, like every 2 weeks get a video out. It's really tough. I do a lot on a daily basis, so I'm trying my hardest. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, which you're probably not if anyone's seeing this. Alright guys, have a good one, and remember, you're only human.